Welcome to another episode. So we're doing this weekly coaching calls. We're back, we're live. We're doing Monday at 2 p.m. now. We were doing Tuesday at 2, Tuesday at 8. We're moving into Monday at 2 for this season. So all of our clients, as you jump on board, we'll be doing some through this format. We'll be doing some through Zoom. I want to be able to accommodate everybody based on where they're at. Always, these are recorded. So if you have any questions. Now, if you're watching this and you're a coach, a consultant, a sales professional, whatever your goal is, then you're at the right place. If you're watching this and you're a real estate agent, I want you to comment below. I've got another program that I believe is going to help you with two wonderful business partners, and I'd love to connect you. So today, though, we're going to go through client attraction pro tips. We're going to talk about neuropersuasion, what neuropersuasion is, how it works inside of your mind, and how you can achieve your goals, your dreams. So I've got some slides pulled up. We're going to go through. Now, some of you that maybe some of our clients, you've gone through this before. Some of you, this is your first time. So welcome aboard, okay? This is going to be fun. We're going to have fun with this. And at the end, if you have any questions at all, hey, Wayne, I'd love to know more about you. Jump over to yourpersuasioncoach.com. You'll see that below, yourpersuasioncoach.com. So we are going to jump here into exactly what is influencing yourself, influencing others, and impacting the world. The power of neuropersuasion. So this is our goal for everyone here, is to be fully proficient in influencing yourself, influencing others, impact the world. Again, first time with us, hit the share button. If you are in real estate, I want you to do something. Just type in below hashtag real estate, realtor, whatever. Let me know. I've got we've actually got some opportunities for you there, and some things we want to share with you. So feel free to jump on board, and I'll be happy to give you that, along with my business partner Brett and Aaron. I'll share with you how we can help you in the real estate world. For other coaches, sales professionals, you're at the right place. Let's jump into neuropersuasion, what it is, and how it can help you build your business. So number one, we're going to talk about how to influence yourself, influence others, impact the world. Future calls, that is going to be changed, so ignore that for now. We're still working on that. But let's go back to, what does it mean to influence yourself? Now, many people, when they see influence, sales strategies, hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming, whatever they're studying, they immediately want to learn how to control other people. I can respect that. I really can. But we're going to show you how to influence yourself first. So on this video, we're going to be doing mental reprogramming. We're going to talk about mental reprogramming and mental design, lifestyle design, hypnotherapy, a modified version of neurolinguistic programs, some timeline therapy, and other systems. Yes, we're going to use active and passive programming. What does it mean, active? Active means I'm going to ask you to do something, you're going to do it, and you're going to get a result. Passive programming means I'm using language patterns, setting anchors, doing making statements to bring up elicitation of criteria, things throughout the process while I'm training you, because we want it to be embedded. Do you want to know something surface level, or do you really want it to be embedded within you? Now, that embedding and that kind of doing what I teach as I teach it is something, if you're not comfortable with, and that's okay, then just jump off. That's all there is to it. Don't jump on board any further. Go ahead and sign off. If you are comfortable, then let's continue on. Influencing others. We're going to talk about persuasion and influence systems, marketing systems, selling strategies, and as I said a moment ago, overt and covert influence. If you're not comfortable with covert influence, then this is not the place for you either. Now, we're going to do everything in integrity, but I want to give you the opportunity first to say, hey, this is for me or it's not for me. Now, that we've covered that, let's talk about the 4 levels of neuropersuasion. First is going to be mindset. We're going to talk about mindset more in the first few moments of every session, making sure that your psychology is on point, and make sure your mental standing is on point to be able to receive what you need in this session, but also as you're working with people. Now, skill set. Many people have skill set. Many people do not have skill set. So you can have a great mindset, moving forward, positive mindset, but if you do not have the skill set to go with it, then what do you have? Other people have great skill sets. They can communicate and talk, but their mindset holds them down, limits their income and or limits their productivity. And last but not least, if I can teach you, and I can teach you mindset, and I can share with you skill set, but what about effort? What is it within you, that inner motivation is going to get you up and moving and accomplishing? That's going to be very important, and we're going to spend some time on that today. Okay, finally, I believe in faith. I'm a minister. I believe faith. I believe favor comes divinely. I believe that comes, you can call it karma, you can call it what you will, but I believe that comes when you've taken care of the mindset, skill set, and effort. Let me be very clear on that. When you have taken care of the mindset, you're responsible. You're responsible for improving your skill set, communication skills, and you put forth the effort every day, then the faith and favor is going to come. Okay? Now, if you will, I cannot respond to every comment, but as you will, post in comments below. Even if you're watching this on a replay, just post in what kind of sales you're in. Again, if you're in real estate, type in real estate. If you're a coach, a consultant, business owner, manager, entrepreneur, or entrepreneur, that means I want to be an entrepreneur, Wayne, then post in comments below and we'll get back with you. So, and I want you to think about this. Who are you? What is your business, as I said, and what do you desire? Okay? Now, we do have a new website. It's yourpersuasioncoach.com. There's several blogs, updates, a lot of our trainings such as this, as well as our podcast, which we keep our podcast short. We have long interview style, but we keep them usually 5 to 10 minutes. So you can grab a hold of some piece of content, you can grab a hold of an idea, a methodology, and you can actually go apply it in your business. So be sure to check that out as well. Now, the mind. Let's talk about the mind, and let's talk about neuropersuasion. The mind, the neurological powerhouse explained in everyday words. 98% of your life is on automation. Now, a joke, if you see this little iRobot, this is kind of like a Roomba. The funny thing about this is I bought my wife one last year for Christmas. We moved everything out of the floor, moved all the dog's toys and kids' toys, and we hit clean. And this little robot started it would go and it would hit stuff, and it would move another few inches, hit something else. And I thought, oh my gosh, this thing is going to take 12 hours to do one downstairs. But it didn't. It took several hours. It did take a long time. But I noticed the next time it was quicker, and the next time it was quicker. Now we cut it on. Unless we have moved furniture or something, this thing will go to work. It has memorized the floor plan. It's memorized the floor plan, and it just does what it's called to do. Your program, listen, you have memorized your daily habits. You've memorized your belief systems. You've memorized what you do and what you do not do. And here's the problem. If you've memorized that in a way that's leading you to greatness, great. But too many people memorize it in a way that only holds them back. You're on automation. You are on automation 98% of your life. That automation needs to lead. The automation needs to lead to success. Or you need to say, this part of my day is not productive. This part of the day is when I get negative, and then we can shift that. As the robot would hit the wall and bounce off, it's learning. Okay? If whoever, the engineer created this, didn't make it learn, it would have just kept hitting the wall. Okay? You don't want to keep hitting the wall in your life. If there's something you hit, and you want to make sure you have the ability to break free. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to teach you in neuropersuasion. How we're going to overcome. Once programmed, here's the key. Here's the sad reality. Once programmed, we almost never second guess our action, beliefs, or life. We go into blame. We want to blame other people. We want to blame the government. We want to blame situations instead of saying, wait a minute, am I the robot that just hit the wall? The wall has always been there, but am I hitting the wall? Do I need to redesign my look? Embedded beliefs and destinies are simply lived out. We need to change that. From birth to 7 years old, now I have two 5-year-olds. Oh my gosh, I've got 4 daughters, one about to turn 11, in just a few days. I've got a 7-year-old about to be 8, 2 5-year-olds. I know this, and you can see it from birth to 7 years old, most of their beliefs are formed. Their temperament, they're born with an inborn temperament, okay? That is from God. However, that temperament is solidified through actions, reactions, confirmation bias, etc. Then we begin to form responses to the daily life we live. About 7 years old, we start forming more responses instead of changing the beliefs. Your environment, your financial environment. Did you grow up in wealth? Did you grow up in poverty? Did you grow up somewhere in between? Your religion status. What religion were you introduced to? Do you still follow it? How often were you privy to learn about that religion? Family, friends. See, we learn more from environment than we ever learn from other people simply trying to teach us. This is very important. So we want to make sure we're changing our environment. And because we learn this way, and because of the temperament, we have something called an initial automatic response. Your initial automatic response, your unconscious forms and holds these belief patterns. And those patterns shift your emotional state, and thus they shift your physical state. Okay? These unconscious patterns. What words, and here's a key for you. Here's a key for you. I want you to grab a hold up. What words alone, okay, hold an emotional attachment? What words alone hold an emotional attachment in your life, either negative or positive? People said, well, Wayne, I can't think of any that do. Let me give you some, okay? Abortion. And I just want you to notice how you feel when you hear these words, whether it's negative, positive. Abortion. Love, sex, money, poverty, wealth, war, peace, Republican, Democrat, salesperson, gender. All of these words will elicit an emotional response. Even if a small one, there's something that it elicits. So how can a simple word create emotional responses inside your mind and even cause your personal physiology to change? It happens because the unconscious mind looks for patterns, and they assign beliefs to the patterns for efficiency. Beneficial or detrimental does not matter. Once the mind has made up its mind about something and recognizes, oh, this is bad, here's the pattern. This reminds me of this and of X, and X is negative, then all of a sudden it becomes negative. Or this reminds me of Y, and Y is positive. Y is affirmative, then all of a sudden we look and we automatically move into that pattern. Because the mind knows how to notice patterns and react accordingly. And here's the key. It's true for you, and in persuasion it's 100% true for your prospects as well. Grab a hold of this. Your prospects have these predetermined beliefs and patterns of behavior inside their own mind. So you're talking with them. Maybe, you're trying to persuade them. You're trying to move them. They already have a pattern inside their mind of how things should go. It's already there. So what do? We need to discover their patterns and influence accordingly. We need to discover what their pattern is around a situation. Or you have to elicit their beliefs and help them by shifting their own belief system. Now, shifting their own belief system sounds controversial. It's not. If it's beneficial, then we can show them where their belief system is maybe they don't see your product or service as the only solution. So we have to move that, help them get into that. Another thing that's very important is sometimes it's not a shifting of the belief system, it's a shifting of identity. Does that make sense? We're shifting identity. And this is very important. Okay? Okay, so let me give you another step on here. We're only going to go about 2 or 3 more minutes today. Maybe 5 more minutes, okay? We want to elicit criteria through calibrated questions and covert statements. We want to elicit criteria through calibrated questions and covert statements. Elicit through these, then converse with those statements, with those questions, and then with conversational influence and storytelling, we can shift beliefs and position ourselves as a solution. More on that later. So, I want to just give you a brief overview. Next week, we're going to discover how to uncover our own embedded beliefs and how to begin shedding the skin that we wear for others. We all wear a mask, and we all deny that we do. Let's look at the mask. Let's look at the shedding of that mask, the shedding of that fake skin, and get back into something that's going to be beneficial. Okay? All right. I do want to talk to you about our program. We now have semi-private group sessions, hybrid group and private sessions, and an inner circle. So if you're open to that, and again, you're not in. If you're open to that, I'd love to talk with you. If you're in real estate, I'd love to share with you something else that we're doing. But I want to give you the option either way. Jump over to our website, and that is yourpersuasioncoach.com. It's yourpersuasioncoach.com. And fill out the information. Take a look at it. At the top, it'll say work with me. I would love to connect with you. We're going to be back next week. We're coming back, and next week we're going to get deeper into your own embedded beliefs, your own conscious and unconscious filtering system, and how to make sure we're pulling off the what is not beneficial, and we're only activating what's beneficial. Okay? Wayne Sutton here, your persuasion coach. I look forward to hearing from you. Make it a great day.